So we're going to talk about boundaries, and I'm super excited about it. I'm just going to wait. Everybody's going to come on, and I'll just wait for you guys. So we're going to talk about boundaries with you and spirit. We're going to talk about boundaries with you and other people. And we're going to talk about boundaries with you, people, and spirit. Oh, yes. And have I learned? Yeah. So, there have been times when I've been schooled by ascended masters on boundaries. So I'm going to share a little bit of that with you. I'm also going to be channeling Eric today, and I'm going to be channeling Archangel Michael in regards to boundaries and the importance of boundaries. And Eric was watching me get ready. When I play music, I see Eric dancing like this. And he was saying to me, he said, you know, you don't need to put on any makeup. You're beautiful just the way you are. And I thought, I know, it's just sometimes I like to put a little makeup on. And then he's pretending like he's waiting for me, and he's like on an app on a phone. Like, come on, hurry up, get your makeup done. Okay, so I like Eric because he's straightforward and he's blunt. And that's what I like. He can be really serious, and he can really throw me some curveballs, and he can make me laugh too. So sometimes you gotta hold your own with him too. So, okay, everybody's coming on now. I'm gonna go turn off the music. Of the tiger. This song is actually for Jason, because I play it for him, because I say, come on, tiger. And he laughs. Oh, you guys, you're so sweet. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I'm going to go turn off the music. We're going to talk about boundaries. My favorite. Somebody's got to do it. Eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the hunt. All right. Oh, yes. Do you guys know that I've gone live every single Sunday for over a year? That's probably it. What are we talking? And then all the in-between times. So I think it's probably like over 100 times. Can you believe that? And you still get a rush before you go live. And you still have fear, and you still feel a little awkward no matter what. So don't hesitate to step forward and feel that, and coming on live in the group, okay? Even for me, I play the music, I dance, I'm being goofy, but like they often say, it's just a face. That's all it is. So it's really important to remember that, okay? I'm not sitting here saying that I've got it all figured out, but I face the fear, and I do it anyways. That's literally like my motto. I literally, like, there's times where Spirit asks me to do things, and I don't want to do it. Help this person, or, you know, and it's not just like help them. You know, sometimes I'm being asked to really step up and help them in a big way. You know, and you know, I have my little 2 cents. But I step up and I help, and I do what is asked. So it's really important to help each other. Okay, so let's talk about boundaries. Eric, you want to go first? Do you want me to go first? He says, ladies first. So that's cute. Okay, so we have, let's go. Where are we going to go? Let's talk about boundaries with people, okay? When you start to open up, and when they start to realize and recognize that things are changing and that you can connect, with, the angels and spirit, and they really need that connection. So instead of people going inwards, they're looking outside of themselves. So you really, sometimes they're going to be, okay, yep, go ahead and help. But other times you have to make that decision to say no. And don't ever feel bad for saying no, okay? Because everything is energy. And my battery is different than Jason's battery. My battery is different than Jackie's battery. And I have to, gauge where my energy is and what my battery is. And if I have a lot of people coming, taking, I have to really watch that. Especially if you're an empath. You really want to watch your energy. It's really important, okay? And as you move along and more people can see that you're changing and that you're evolving and that you're growing and that you're channeling spirit, they will come. They will come in droves. And, you can help them help themselves. But if you keep helping, then you become their personal medium. And that's where you will need to draw some line in the sand. If you care about your energy, also, energy is exchanged, right? You give a lot of energy and there must be an exchange. So that's really important. It's not just your energy, it's also your time. And it's also, is a lot of factors. So a lot of times I'll tune in with the angels and receive their guidance in regards to whomever is contacting me. Sometimes I am going ahead and helping momentarily, and other times I'm guiding them to resources, or I'm guiding them to help themselves. So I'm constantly in contact with the angels as to who I'm helping. Okay, so now we're going to move on to boundaries with energy, just like with people. You wouldn't let just anybody walk in your house, would you? Would you let just anybody walk in your house and use your toilet? Probably not. Excuse me? Who are you? What are you doing here? No. And it's the same thing even with my YouTube channel. Same thing with my groups, my personal page. I'm not just going to let anyone just come in and squat or, hang out and, behave a certain way. It's not going to happen. So it's the same with spirit. And all spirit knows that they wait at my door until I am available to communicate. So they're not allowed to just come on in. My grandparents are. So they come in and chat with me. My grandparents, yeah. And Archangel Michael's always here with me. My angels are here with me. Eric pops in. Eric's cracking one. He's like, am I allowed in? I forgot to ask. So Eric comes in, okay? But, there's times where I've been woken up by spirit, trying to converse with me. Not okay. So boundaries are so important. And your intention and what you ask for is really important. It doesn't take much. It's just setting it up. This is what I expect. This is what I want. Everyone and everything is bypassed by you. Okay? Now, a few things. If your vibrational frequency drops, okay, and you keep focusing on the low vibrational, maybe you are intaking a lot of substances, which drops your inhibitions. How do you think that's going to be with energy coming around you? What type of energy do you think that you will attract? And what type of energy is going to see you? and be, noticing you. Anybody got any thoughts on that? So there's some readings that I give and we have an issue. We have energies, as Archangel Michael says, running amok. And how I know that there's a problem is Michael will look at me and I see blue flames in his eyes. And at the first time I saw it, I said, "What is that? What are you doing? What's happening?" And he said, there's energies here running amok. And I said, okay, whether it's ET or just low vibrational energy attaching, whatever. I don't focus on it. And I'm not scared of it either. Okay? So then we go through the process of removing it. It doesn't take him long to remove this energy. This isn't even him breaking a remote sweat. Like, he's not even remotely, like, Michael's not scared at all. Like, at all. So, most of the time, he can remove this energy. If the person has an issue with sinking in vibrational frequency, and maybe they got a boo-hoo, poor me, victim pity party going on, and this is how they are in life, okay? Then they have that lower vibrational frequency. Michael has literally refused to remove the low vibrational energy around them. And I said, why? Why aren't you removing this energy? And he says to me, because I'll remove it and it will come right back. So the homework for the person coming to me is to shift their vibrational frequency upwards, and they need to do homework in order to lift their frequency, raise in vibrational frequency. So they need to hand off low vibrational thoughts. They need to write down on a piece of paper what they want help with. They need to, ask their team for help. Maybe they're doing positive mantras and affirmations to start shifting this energy vibrational frequency. Like attracts like. So he won't remove the energy. And the person's like, what? Why? And because he'll remove it and that energy will come right back because you need to shift your frequency. It's really actually a learning, teaching tool, really, this energy coming around, okay? And like Spirit says, there's nothing that's good and bad, okay? It's just all frequency. So as you rise in vibrational frequency, you're not even going to attract lower vibrational frequencies to you. They're not going to want to come and hang out with you and Jesus and Michael. No, they're not. And as you lift in vibrational frequency, you just feel better, and you I don't know what it is, but I don't have this issue. Once I had the issue, one time, I focused on a person that had an attachment, and I was focusing in a low vibrational way with a friend of mine. And this attachment decided to come over and begin harassing me. Harassing me in ways of like just spewing off at me verbally. So Michael tried to get it to exit, but it wasn't happening fast enough for me. Like, I wanted it gone within a minute. And so I called in Jesus. Jesus rushed in right behind my head. It was like, pew, like that. And he started to have a word with this energy and remove it from my home. I was asked to leave the home. So there I was out in the park across the street. And I'm hanging out by the tree and I'm like, I can't believe this is happening right now. I've been kicked out of my house by Jesus. And it was probably about 10 minutes later, maybe less. And Jesus said, okay, you can come back now. I heard him call me from the house, and I went, okay. And I'm walking up the walkway, and he goes, have you learned your lesson now? Have you learned your lesson yet? Yes. Don't focus on the negativity. When you become more open and bright, and you are open for business, bright white light, and then you focus on lower vibrational energy continuously, guess what's going to happen? Well, I think that was a good lesson. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm saying, boy, I learned a lot from that experience. So the memo here is focus on what you want to create in your life. Focus on the vibrational frequency you wish to emanate. And it might not happen overnight. You might need to read reading material like A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. A New Earth by Eckhart Tolle is incredible at helping to shift your focus. So instead of just letting your thoughts run your show, you know how you just let your thoughts just float in and out of your head, and you're just like all over the place, and you're thinking about the future, and you're worrying about this, and then you're in the past, and then you're thinking about how things could have been different. And then so that book teaches you how to be a still observer of your thoughts. And if a thought comes in, I remind myself, do you want to create that? No, I think I'm good. I don't want to create more of that. So then I just shift my attention elsewhere. So that book is brilliant. Brilliant. I mean, what a teacher, or a leader by example Eckhart Tolle is. So be the still observer of your thoughts. Your thoughts create your reality. Your previous thoughts in the past are what has created this right now. If you keep having lack thoughts, and you're like, oh, woe is me, lack thinking about, say, abundance, for example. What are the chances that you're going to manifest abundance in your life? So that's why I always recommend the abundance book, because it's not about what is happening in your reality. It's about what's happening inside your head, your thoughts, your vibrational frequency, your emotions. Do you want to go like this? Or do you want to have a bit of a smoother ride where you are the still observer of your thoughts and you have a lot more peace and quiet in here? It's much more grounded, much more relaxed. Okay, so you guys have watched the video on the wall that I did on boundaries. Sometimes Spirit's not available to chat. So, before I can accept a reading with someone who wants to contact a deceased loved one, I actually have to check and see if they're available. Because they might be resting, they might be in a classroom and they're busy learning. They might just not be available at that particular time. Or the person that is looking to contact them, Spirit feels it's best that they, in that moment don't need that connection through me at that time. Or maybe that person needs to work on connecting directly with that energy rather than through me. Okay, anything else? Oh yeah, Eric's ready. He's cracking his knuckles. Okay, so we'll channel you first. Okay, perfect. Ready. He says, I'm going to get blunt, y'all. I'm going to get blunt. And I forewarned Kristin ahead of time, too. He did. Okay, go ahead. Many of you think you feel bad. You feel bad if you say no. So that's what I want to talk about right now. I want to talk about when you feel bad saying no to others. Okay. And to Spirit. We're not going to get our feelings hurt over here if you say no to us, or if you say not right now and you hold your boundaries. We're not going to get upset and hurt. None of us will over here. We're way, way higher in vibrational frequency over here, and our feelings won't get hurt. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so two-part. Now he's moving to the second. He wants to talk about saying no to people. Okay? Not just for spirit, but saying no to people. Holding your boundaries and saying no. A lot of you need to do this more often. And it's okay if you say no. In fact, it would better serve you if you did say no more often. Okay? Okay. So now we're going to move off to Archangel Michael. Ooh. He's walking over here. Man, he's got to be like, I don't know, 10 feet tall. And we're not, like, we're talking, I mean big. Okay. He says, I would like to talk about boundaries. You set the tone. You set your boundaries. And your team, including myself and any of the other archangels that you would like to associate yourself with, will hold those boundaries for you. However, it is also equally important that as your channels begin to open, as you begin to expand as the light being that you are, that you treat your vessel with love by not using substances. He's really leaning in like this, and he's looking you in the eye. This path ahead of channeling for each of you is a wondrous path. It's a wonderful path. But each of you cannot eat low vibrational foods and substances that drop your vibrational frequency if you choose to take this path of mediumship. They don't go together. He says there are a select few that are able to do this, where they go and do whatever. They eat whatever they want, they drink, they do this, and they're merry, and they're still channeling. However, he does not recommend it. This path ahead is a very high vibrational path. Many will be left to stay in the 3D realm, entrenched in their reality. But those of you who have chosen to come into this course are ready to move past that reality, are you not? So let's step forward together and focus upon raising your vibrational frequency. Self-love, self-care. And he says, I am available to help each of you lift and raise in vibrational frequency by any means necessary. Thank you. It has been an honor to be able to channel through this beloved one. Come on now. He's just expressing his love for me. And it was just like, whew, a lot. He's like my big brother for me. Yeah, that's wonderful. He says he's moving back to his location. So you know you can ask him to move into your home. Okay? Okay, I want to talk about briefly as far as boundaries, okay? Every time you're going to channel, you can sit here and be like, I'm surrounding myself with white light. Protection, protection, sage, sage. And I'm not saying don't do that, but I'm saying what is your intention? What are your thoughts? What is your vibrational frequency when doing it? For me, I'm protected. That's it. done, end of story. Don't have to ask again. Don't need to picture it. Don't need to burn some sage. Don't need to picture white light unless I want to. I just am protected, and I'm here with high vibrational beings of light and love that have my back all the time. That's it. Done. Michael moved in. He's my bouncer. If I have any issues, I go directly to him. That's it. So I'm not thinking about, oh, I've got to, shield myself. I got to shield myself. I got to protect myself. I don't have to do that because my intention is they all know and it's done. Done. So that is my recommendation for each of you. Bring Big Mike in. He is your bouncer. If you don't feel drawn to him, bring in Gabriel, Raphael, Metatron, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Jesus, Saint Germain, your grandma. I'm not kidding. I'm not even... Bring in Eric. It is complete trust. And I don't walk through my life being like, oh, no, it's done. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to think about it because I know it. And they all know it because I've had a word with them. And they know. They know what my expectations are. They know what my intentions are. They know what my requests are. You want to say anything else, Eric? He's just blowing kisses. Blowing love to each of you. He says, you know I'm available whenever you need me. Like that. Okay, so does anybody have any questions? Big Mike. P.S. He doesn't really like me calling him that, but sometimes I throw it in there and he allows it once in a while. But he likes his name, Archangel Michael. Okay? But once in a while I'll say Big Mike. So I'll just wait, see if you guys have any questions. If you want high vibrational beings of light and love around you, you have to be a high vibrational being of light and love. And that takes practice every day. And if you tank, you can picture the white light filling you up through the top of your head and pull it through your whole body. Just out of sitting there and filling yourself up and feeling good. I'm not doing it for protection. I am protected. I'm doing it for the enjoyment of it and to help lift up my spirits if I feel down. If I need to lift myself up, I go and I lean my back up against a tree and put my bum on the earth, and I have a word with the earth and I say, sure would love some help. I'd like you to just help me with my frequency right now. I go for a nice walk in nature. I have a nice Epsom salt bath. Maybe I'll meditate. Maybe I'll watch a funny movie. I'll play uplifting music and get myself up and going. And sometimes you need to tank for a time just to process things and release and let go. But how long you stay there in that lower vibrational frequency is entirely up to you. You are running this vessel and this ship. I remember my grandpa coming to me and he said his wife, Nana, my Nana, was going to pass away the following day. And it was really important that I mourn and grieve for her, but don't let it go on for too much longer past a month, okay? That's what he asked me. He said, don't grieve for her for too long. He said, grieve, but don't grieve for too long. And I said, okay, Grandpa. And the next day she passed away. And he was there to collect her, to bring her home. So I grieved for a month, but I always remembered his words. They don't want us to grieve for years. Oh my goodness, no. I've never had a soul come to me and say, why aren't you grieving for me? Or, you should be sad. No. They don't want us to be sad. They want us to enjoy this rare experience in a human body. They want us to have fun and enjoy ourselves and learn the lessons and the growth that we're meant to be learning here while we are here. All right, let's see if we can answer some questiones. All right. Oh, yes, absolutely. Talk to them in your car. They love hanging out with me in my car. I can tell when Jesus is in my back seat, and then he pulls his energy through the back of my seat into my back, letting me know that he's there, and then he's chatting away to me. My angels go in the back seat of the car. My friends' angels are in the back seat of the car talking to me. Absolutely. You can pull Eric into the car with you. Eric, I'm driving here. You want to chat with me? Just get ready for him to make you laugh and be a little blunt sometimes. So maybe Eric not when you're driving. It might be too distracting. He's laughing. Okay. Judy, what will be your spiritual gift going forward? We all have spiritual gifts. We all are innately this way. It's just that some of our clairs are more open than others, and we're developing the ones that aren't as open as the others. So in the beginning, I wasn't clairvoyant. I wasn't clairaudient. No way. Heck, I thought I was totally alone until my angel opened up and passed through my body. That was a bit of a... To say it was a surprise would be a vast understatement. And I knew in that moment I wasn't alone. So in the beginning I was clairsentient. I would feel energy. I had strong intuition, gut instinct, and I knew when I was being guided by someone, don't go down that path, don't interact over there, move in a different, they would guide me through my body. That's the primary way I would think. And then claircognizance was my second. I would have information, ideas, knowing that would pop in my head, and it wasn't coming from me, so where was it coming from? And then I thought, I'm going to develop my clairaudience. That was the one that I seemed to be, it was an easier step for me to move in than clairvoyance. Clairvoyance, I didn't quite grasp how that would unfold for me. So that was the last to come on. And they just opened me up. And then one morning I woke up and I was like, whoa. I was seeing hand gestures and different things in my head. But here's the thing. You have to have a still enough mind in order to pick up on their guidance. If you're like running all the time in your head and your stress levels are through the roof in your life, you're probably not going to make it easy to pick up on spirit. So lift and raise in vibrational frequency by any means necessary, and create still moments within your mind. In high school when they said, don't daydream. I see you're daydreaming over there or sleeping. No, I want you to daydream. I want you to completely still this. And the more you practice stilling this, the more you can pick up on their energy around you. And your channels will begin opening anyways. All your channels, all your upper chakras will open gradually over time. They're not going to give you too much that you may feel, this is too much. They don't want that for us. They want it to be comfortable for us. So they'll open our channels slowly, nice and slowly. None of this has been shocking for me. None of this has been scary for me. They don't want me to be scared. Why would they want me to be scared? So... And if anything's a little too much, like they pulled me out of sleep state a little bit too fast once, I say, hey, that was too fast. So I just tell them, you got to have a two-way street of dialogue, just like you do with people. You let them know what your expectations of them are in your life, but also, setting boundaries with people. You also have to set boundaries with your team. All right. So, Judy, what are your two strongest clairs out of the 4? And then there's also a clair where you're smelling roses, perfume that you hadn't smelt from your Nana for like 20 years. My great aunt used to smoke cigarettes like crazy, and I would smell cigarettes. And windows weren't open, nobody was around that smoked. And I said, ooh, that sure smells like my Aunt Margaret's cigarettes. Okay. Joni, the fact that you're here, they're all celebrating. Big time. So, and I mean, my goodness, we're not even a week in. And we still have 3 weeks and 3 days to go. There's going to be so many changes unfolding in you that you're going to be just like amazed. But just all I ask is for you to trust and have faith. Be open to the process. Put yourself into uncomfortable situations. Come on camera live. That's what I'm asking you to do. There's something that happens when you come on camera and you come live. Everything's heightened. Your heart's pounding. And you're feeling the fear and you're doing it anyways. And you're riding the horse of the fear and it's not comfortable. But do it anyways, because what happens is that turns into excitement. And then you can't wait to go live again and connect with everybody. And when you're heightened like that, you start to feel the energy. Right now we're practicing with cards, but then we're going to move into sensing energy. We're going to practice with yes and no questions when you go live. And you're going to feel and pick up on yes or no from each person's team of angels. It's going to be brilliant. You're going to love it. Okay. What's the best advice for getting over fear, Eric? Feel the fear and do it anyways. Just do that. Feel the fear and do it anyways. Feel the fear and do it anyways. He's repeating it like this. Feel the fear and do it anyways. He says, just like you did, Krista. He wants to give you a fist bump. Just repeat doing that. Growth doesn't come from stagnancy and sitting back. Growth comes from facing your fear and doing it anyways. Put yourself into uncomfortable scenarios or situations. So if you don't come live on camera, that's okay. But you can put yourself into uncomfortable situations with your friends and family members. Hey, I'm taking a course. I'd love to pull a couple cards for you. Oh yeah. So put yourself into uncomfortable situations. So how do you manage high vibrational frequency when living with someone who is lower vibrational? Ask your team to help you. That's number one, because what will happen is they'll start working with his team and help, lift him up vibrationally. They'll work with him even in his dream state. They can work in ways we can't even imagine. So I'm giving you a few scenarios of how they work with your partner, but it's so much more than that. I'm just giving you a little taster. They work in ways we can't imagine. You could probably start listing off a few, but it's even more than that. They can shift his vibrational frequency. They can help him lift up and have more high vibrational thoughts. They can help him shift and curb his cravings for certain foods, moving him in a direction of eating more high vibrational foods, higher vibrational frequency foods into his body, which will help lift up his frequency. They can have a talk with him, even when he doesn't realize that they are. When you're in a relationship where the other partner is much lower in vibrational frequency than you, it's important for you to be singularly focused on yourself and your own vibrational frequency. Doing your own thing, interacting with your partner in key moments throughout the day, but really being singularly focused. And don't cater to their fears and low vibrational thoughts and words. Don't cater to that. And don't cater to their low vibrational needs. So, what do you want to say about that? Their low vibrational needs. Like if if they want to eat really poorly and they want to go out binge drinking and getting drunk and coming home late and all that, and that's not your cup of tea, don't cater to that. Just giving an example. Okay. You will know what to practice in the course based on where you're pulled. If it's the angel cards, go. Soon we're going to be doing sensing energy. That's starting tomorrow. Then we're going to open up a whole other avenue other than the cards to communicate with spirit. And this is starting tomorrow. You have me and the way that I do it, but you also have Tina Godin who's coming. She's a Channeling Eric medium, and she's also a moderator in the Channeling Eric group. She also works with investigations with police, certain investigations as a medium. I mean, her incredible knowledge and the way that she channels is coming up live pretty soon. And, you know, different mediums are going to come and step up, and you're going to ask them how they do it, how they sense energy, what are their expectations. Yes. Yes. Anybody who's ever asking, how am I doing in this course? Fantastic. You're here with me. That's all that matters. Okay? But when the time comes, in the last 2 weeks of this course, I'm going to come and find you, and I will try to bring you on live with me. So just get ready for that. You can come the easy way, or you can have me come and come and get you. So you can decide. And I don't want you to see that as being scary. I just want you to see that it is so important that you step forward and put yourself into discomfort, okay? Because that's where growth is. And growth leads to more high vibrational frequency. Growth leads to, yes, I did it. I'm so proud of myself, and joy and happiness. And you'll always hear me say, I don't care if you get it right or wrong when you practice on camera. Don't care. Do not care at all. Don't care. You could come up there and bail right on camera with me. P.S. That's never happened yet. Out of the 4 months that I've been teaching these courses, that's not happened. So, but you could, and I'd be totally fine with it. I guarantee you 110% you're going to come live and you're going to be surprised at how you're picking up on the vibrational frequency and the answers coming in from spirit. I guarantee you. Because they won't let you down. Oh my God, you're putting that first foot forward. They're not going to let you down. Oh yeah. I wouldn't, Colleen. I wouldn't. But let's see what Eric says. He says each to your own. It's a free will zone here on Earth. It just depends on what your priorities are. Okay. He knows, Devada. The second you say that, he knows. As soon as you think it, he knows. The second you say it. Okay. Ooh, drumming tonight with the full moon. I love it. So I've listed some ways to improve your vibrational frequency there, Kristin. Well, that might take a little bit of a length of time, Davies. You can ask your team to guide you in the best direction. So if they're guiding you to go to the doctor, go to the doctor. If they're guiding you to sleep and rest more, do that. If they're guiding you to slow down your maybe busy work schedule, do that. Yeah, the carpool lane. Me and the 10 angels in my back seat. Okay. So I'm just going to move down. I'll take a couple more questions here. Yeah. Oh, Krista just heard Eric say, fuck fear. That's Eric. Fuck fear. He doesn't give a shit. He doesn't care at all. Yeah. Judy, who keeps closing the door and locking the cat in the bedroom? That is classic. That's classic. Eric, are you doing that? Are you locking the... No, he's not doing it. He's not doing it, Judy. Someone's trying to get your attention. Sit quietly and ask who it is. See if you see their face or their name or laugh. You might just feel laughter. Is this a deceased loved one? Or is it someone else? Deceased loved one. It's not malicious. It's just playful and getting your attention. So it's someone that has crossed over who is a family member getting your attention. And they're clapping. So they're just telling me that that's accurate. Oh, yeah. So let's pull a card for everybody, okay? Everybody. And maybe we'll get a couple cards. So that is the deck that I'm choosing. There's something about the decks where the light is emanating off them. I really gravitate to that. Really gravitate towards the light. I'm in the process of developing my website right now, and that's what I want for my website. Very earthy, grounded, with light. That's me. That's the Capricorn that I am. 2 more cards to the right, please, Kristin. 1 more card to the right. Ooh, gotta spread them out a little bit. This one. Okay. No more cards, thank you. I never did hear that before. It develops as you practice. A year from now. Oh, yes. A year from now. Look how beautiful that is. Wow. A year from now. Where you are right now, comparatively to where you will be in a year, big changes happening. 2019, big changes, shifts, changes are going to be occurring within each light worker. Well, within the whole planet, okay? But the light workers are going to be requested to make some big changes in their lives. Okay, getting that? Some of these changes may be uncomfortable for each of you. Dietary changes, people that are going to fall away out of your life, possibly close connections that you may have that are slowly but surely no longer serving your highest and best good, shifting out of your life. Fret not, fret not. Go with the flow. Be in a space of allowing. Allow certain energies to shift out of your life, making room for other high vibrational connections to come into your life. This is what is most important at this time. High vibrational energy connections in your life. Amen. They say this, that's why I say this. Get more information. Is that not what we are doing? How amazing is that? Even I am getting more information from Michael and Eric today. Eric, you're on the right track, peeps. Keep going. Don't give up. Keep participating. Keep practicing. You will build momentum as you move forward. You will get it. Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? No. It took years. Eric. Okay, that's Eric. Oh, look for a sign. Here's Eric again. Here's the sign. Eric, you're killing me. This is the sign. This course is the sign. Kristin talking and channeling my words is the sign. The sign that you're on the right path. You're on the right track. You're moving in the right direction. The only thing that's needed is you showing up, having a good attitude, and participating. That's it. Do it. Now he's fist bumping me. If you get a fist bump from Eric, say you want to. Say, Eric, I want a fist bump. Just tune out and relax. And then what you feel is tingling, kind of like a warmth and tingling all along the top of your knuckles as he's fist bumping you. Try it. Just tune out for a minute, relax, and just see what you feel. Every time. Have a wonderful Sunday, everybody. I love you guys. You're all doing brilliantly, and I can't wait for the next 3 weeks. Love you!